As a strategic and central location in Northern Europe, Denmark has experienced and felt and heard all the vitality and of the art during the 19th century, and that's why the Danish artists are a variegated group which took the tendencies from all the new movement in that dynamic world that was painting and art during the 20th century. And the most artistically vibrant nations were so close as, for example, Germany and France and Holland. And so it was natural that the main artist, Danish artist, represents all the different style and movement born during the 19th century. Even if they all had the characteristic to personalize in a particular, in an individual way, this movement, the guidelines of these movements. Emil Nolde, for example, was a great representative of Expressionism, even if his love for liberty and expression and freedom manifests itself in also both in the subjects he chose, as for example flowers and portraits and landscapes and also religious images, but above all choosing a vibrant tone, a strong tones through which he expressed, he shaped the observer and expressed this way of making up his feelings, trying to put the observer into his inner world. And again, Wilhelm Lundström added to the guidelines of Cubism, even if in the same way he personalized this movement, choosing still life with objects, familiar objects that seems to be a familiar world to the observer, a serene world where he can find himself, but also with tender and soft tones, lightly, brightly tones, that gives different from those of Braque and Picasso, which gives a sense of serenity to the observer. And so relaxing and reassuring was Wilhelm Lundström, as immoral and disturbing were the canvases of Wilhelm Freddy, who was a great representative of surrealism, inspired by Salvador Dali's A Nightmare's World, and also expressing his feelings and his position against Nazism when Hitler invaded Denmark, even if she has declared neutral. And last but not least, Pierre Kirkeby, that was a great representative of neo-expressionism, who with dark and earthy tones consecrated his life, his artistic life, to his love for creativity and also for geology. His two passions who were inside his artworks, where the colors represent the material, and which are important and very particular because of the less of human figure, and Kirkeby is until now considered one of the greatest Danish artists of the 19th century. So contamination is the characteristic of Danish people, even if it maintained his personality, his union, his ethnic homogeneity, but it is open to news, to innovations in art, thanks to his government, to his central position between Northern Europe and Scandinavia. That is to say, is a chart between two different cultures, and it makes Danish people curious to art, to innovations, to new languages, which are presented constantly, above all in Copenhagen, the capital town of Denmark, from official museums and also from galleries, the numerous gardens that are present here in the central town. And Copenhagen, so it is also a capital town, dynamic, open, and which style of living is quiet, but at the same time rich and close to love, to beauty, and to art. This characteristic moved me and Peter Haisler, owner of Sapere Aude Gallery, to invite artists from many different nations to join here and for Meet Art in Copenhagen, to give Copenhagen public a point of view in art from different nations, with different languages, different also for the style, but and for the approach to art, depending on the nations they come from, the artists come from. And several of the nations present, as I was saying, as Norway, Italy, Germany, Austria, England, Brazil, Bosnia-Herzegovina, Belgium, Portugal, Ukraine, France, Romania, and many are the style present, as for example digital art, pop digital art, abstract expressionism, surrealism, cubism, naive geometric abstractionism, material informalism, and who wants to make in contact, in dialogue, the one with the other, to create new contaminations, new styles, new openness, as artists from every time did before. And also to give to this period, to give art during this period closed due to the pandemic event, a new chance to rebirth and to find a new life, to find a new way to make itself be visible, and also to tell people that how much art is important to see things in a different way, because art doesn't let it be stopped by events, contingency, or sometimes it does it for a short period, but then thanks to the expressiveness of artists, is able to reborn and to find another way, new ways to express again his positiveness. And so all the styles, many styles are present here, with a will of all of these artists to go out of the borders other nations and to let them be known from the people of Copenhagen who is curious to meet these new languages and to show his openness to art as it has always had. So I leave you visit this exhibition, and I'm sure that artists and visitors will enrich themselves looking at so many styles and so many ways of making art. And thanks to these artists who has the strength and determination to let them be seen outside of the borders, because maybe we are writing now the art history of tomorrow. Thank you, and follow us on Facebook.